All right, guys. So here we are. We're back in business. So we're gonna set up this Windows 10 installation without having to set up a Microsoft account or password. Sometimes you just want to get on your computer and start using it. Now, you also can set up security on profiles and things like that. But we're just going to do a setup that is without a Microsoft account or password. Okay? Because once you set up a password, then your computer always has a password. There's ways of taking it off later, but it's easier to, if you just want to set it up as a computer with no password, this is the way to do it. Right? So first we're gonna select our language, our place, United States. This is our keyboard layout. US, of course. We have different layouts. Oh, look at that. It did take the Wi-Fi. It took the Wi-Fi card. Alright, so we're going to connect to our private Wi-Fi with a super secure password. Alright, so we're connected. Now, Microsoft has many apps and location services and different things. At the beginning, you can choose if you want to participate in some of those things. Okay, so we're gonna set up this one for personal use. All right, if you do an organization, that means that it's going to be a managed computer. So it'll be like a user computer and it's managed by a network admin. Okay, so we're going to do personal use. It's a regular standalone computer. Alright, so see, it's asking us to sign into our Microsoft account. So if we sign in, you can sign with your Hotmail MSN account. What this does, it ties it into that account, to that user, right? But then you have to always put in your password to sign in. So it's not like a family computer, it's like a personal, one-person computer. Unless you want to share your password with everybody or set up accounts for each person. Okay. Now you can do what is called offline account. Right. So we're going to do offline account. And then it says sign in. Why don't you sign in with Microsoft? It's so awesome, right? You can use all these things. Nope. Alright, so you're going to set up a name for this computer. Alright. What is this going to be called? You can, if you want to set it up for somebody, you can just call it the name of the computer, a Dell. You can call it desktop. You can make it the name of the person, the family name. This computer is a backup computer, okay? So we're just going to call it Dell Mini, alright? Dell Mini. So we're going to do next. Okay, password. Create a super memorable password. And they keep going back, or create an online account. So we can just leave the password empty. Go next. So you know how to set a password? Alright, Cortana. Do you want to use Cortana? Decline. Do you want more across devices with activity histories? This is more like tying into computers, right? So we just want to leave this computer standalone, the minimum. So we say no to that. Then we got speech recognition, find my device, ink and typing. It's not a tablet for that. Advertising ID, you know, location. You want to share your location. Diagnostics, sending data to Microsoft. Tailored experience, you know, tips with ads and recommendations. Who wants that? So you say no to all that, accept it. Alright, so we have this computer pretty much off grid, the minimum that you can have settings on Microsoft Windows 10. So the benefit of this is you're not cluttered with all this other stuff that you don't need. You're just going to use whatever you're going to install on the computer and that's it. Right? It's going to still come preloaded with many games and Microsoft apps. So those you can download what's called uninstaller tool, and just go in and uninstall some of those programs if you want. But this computer is super basic. All we need to do is activate it. You can purchase Microsoft license online and activate it. Probably what you want to install also is if you plan on using this for some type of productivity, you can install Office 365 or Office 2016-18 installations, and it'll be a computer that you can use for pretty much anything, browsing the internet, doing homework. It's just a basic computer. You don't want to overwhelm it with too much, but since we put in a new SSD, it has 4 gigs of RAM. It's running Windows 10, so it's pretty much not at the bare minimum, but it's at a good place for what this computer can do. It's gonna last you another 2-3 years. Okay. All right. So we got a Windows 10 installation going on. All right. Welcome back. So it automatically install all the drivers that needed. This is a Dell computer, so it's pretty standard stuff that it has. We did get to install this Wi-Fi card that wasn't supported in the last time we used it, Windows 10. So the Windows 10 seems to be supporting much more drivers nowadays. So all we need to do is probably do some updates. There might be some updates. If you want to sign into your Microsoft account, you can still do that. Put a password on the computer. But right now, if we sign out, if we sign out of the computer, let's say you walk away a couple hours, you go, you click sign in, boom, no password, not even a PIN. So some people prefer that. You still want to have good security, internet security. You want to have a router with your passwords, strong encryption, WEP2, firewalls turn on. Windows Defender does a pretty good job. The other thing I like to do is on the browser, you can install probably Google Chrome, but then you want to install some type of ad blocker. That's going to give you pretty good protection for so it's Chrome. You go to chrome.com. You can install Google Chrome, and then also get an ad block, some type of ad block. There's many out there. I prefer ad block. And then you just need to download any other things you might need. I usually Adobe.com/reader. Get your Adobe Reader. So I think the video driver needs to get updated. This resolution is not the right one. Yeah, see, it doesn't have. So the video driver probably is going to update soon. So just let the computer online for a couple minutes. Check for updates. You can go to Dell.com, get some updates for this computer. Check the firmware. You can check your firmware. Your BIOS. Check for any BIOS updates. Alright, so that's pretty much it. All this computer needs to get done now is get activated. You have like 30 days to activate it. If you're coming from an upgrade, this computer did have Windows 10 before, so I'm gonna try to activate it and see if it'll just activate itself, because sometimes the hardware lets you update it. But if it's a new installation, new hard drive, if you don't have the original key, then you probably have to either call Microsoft and do the automatic activation, or get yourself a Windows 10 license. Okay. All right. So the computer is checking here. It's updating. All right. So we see we got Windows 10. We got 4 gigabytes of RAM. See, we got to change product key.
Up, away.
Up and away. So I got some Windows 10 license keys that I just got.
Up, away. Down, up, away.
Windows 10 is activated with a digital license. What?
Okay, buddy.
So activation will use a digital license or product. Okay. So, all right. Says it has a digital license. But eventually, if you don't have a good license, it'll prompt you activate your version. Okay, so we got Google Chrome. Now, what I usually do is you can sign into your Chrome, go to apps, go to web store. So on the web store, just look up AdBlock. There's many ad blocks. I prefer this one, AdBlock. It's pretty basic. You can make a donation to them. If you like their product, you can make a PayPal donation. All right, that's pretty much it. So, if you're looking to donate to a local nonprofit that's doing amazing things in the community, don't hesitate in connecting to OrlandoDreamCenter.com. Checking us out here. You can see the type of impact we're doing in our community. You can go all the way down here to donate.
Hey, what is the baby bag?
Yep. So feel free to give us a like, donate some dough. If you like to get AdBlock, donate some to them too. Donate some basic some basic attention tokens. Yeah, basic attention.
Bobby, numbers.
Bitcoin.
Bobby, numbers.
How big are you, huh? Alright guys, so we got our computer going. All you need to do is just update it. And you can probably reboot it a couple times. Okay, Saya?
Okay.
So let's say bye to everybody.
Bye, Tommy.
Bye. Take care. God bless you.
Bye, you.